Cleveland shooting their first free throw this game.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
And, you know, you don't have to tell them what their free throw numbers are. I mean, they're well aware of it, believe me.
And, Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun. And in the second round, the Wizards continue to be a tough opponent. I mean, they went up 2-1 on the Hawks, but were unable to keep the series lead. A lot of close, heartbreaking losses for them in that series.
Second shot opportunity. Thompson. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Beal can't get it to go.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Yeah, at this level, you got to make that shot. It's plain and simple. You got to knock that one down.
And the Hawks would ultimately take down the Wizards last year in the postseason. John Wall and his injury were a big turning point in that matchup, and all those buzzer beaters for both teams made it one of the most interesting series of the postseason.
James against Wall. To the inside. Here's Morris. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Morris has got his first 2 points. Irving attacking. Smith outside. Feeds it to Love. Here's Thompson. They can't stop the run with that one. Wizards leading by 6. To the paint. Here's Gortat. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And they can up the ante a little bit there after that basket.
Yeah, you know, their lead's increasing, and they've got to be feeling better and better about the way this game is starting to play out now. So we'll see if they can close it out.
And here's Wall outside. Here's Porter. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. Shumpert is checked in for Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. Here's Mozgov. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
That's good.
Assist from
Beal's got 5.
John Wall.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Now here's Shumpert. 6 on the shot clock. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
We've got 22 seconds left from the first quarter of the game. Puts one up from 19.
And the defense not making things easy for them.
Yes, they're having a hard time getting the ball in the basket, Greg. I mean, and as a result, falling behind here.
That's his first personal foul.
So it's the Cavaliers now, trailing by 10. Here's James. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And he beats the buzzer to end the quarter.
Terrific shot there. I mean, he was calm, he was poised, didn't rush it at all. You got to tip your hat to him. That was well done.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Wizards lead by 8. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
You always like it when your team doesn't settle for outside shots, and that's been the case here early on.
Yeah, I agree with you. They've done a nice job, Greg, working it low and not taking the easy way out on offense, keeping that pressure on the defense by going inside.
Kevin Love out there with J.R. Smith. Then there's Channing Frye. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Irving in a point guard. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
Unloads from 9. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
My goodness, how about that miss? I mean, that's 2 easy points that they've just given away. A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Thompson's checked in.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
It's deflected. And here we go. Washington fast break. Here's Beal. Missed it. Even after all those chances. Down low. Here's Smith. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. 8 points for J.R. Smith.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
And again, it's John Wall. Wall's got 12 points in the game.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here. You know, the Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but they had to fight for a lot of them. They often would fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out of it.
Washington leading now by 6. Got that bucket in no time at all. 8 points here for Beal.
Timeout, Cleveland.
Guys, you will not see too many of those kind of threes in transition.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted. He's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
And Cleveland making a change here. James is checked in. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Kicks to Love. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Cutting into the lead with a huge one-hand throwdown.
That's how to get your team back into it.
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, guys, that might also put a little spark into those guys. And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
Clock at 6. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. Washington shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. First free throw is good.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
At the line for 2.
And so Wall nails both of them. Last season at both sides of the coin for the Wizards started out very hot, but then just could not keep it going.
Well, you know, the start was extremely hot. 19-6, which tied a franchise best, that record. After that, though, they played close to 500 ball the rest of the time.
deflects the pass. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. That's good.
And the Wizards really struggled post All-Star break, playing under 500. Still, though, they seem to pull things together at the very end and on into the postseason.
Washington leading now by 9. And Wall. Here we go now. The shot misses. And Cleveland the other way now.
Well, there's no denying it. The Wizards had some bumps, and you mentioned that. Some weeks they looked like a lottery team. Then the next, they looked like a title contender. They knew how to make the most of their games when they did get hot, though.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss. No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Cavs were poised to make a huge run last year in the playoffs. Swept the Celtics in the first round, but it cost them.
Yeah, and even though they did get that sweep, they lose Kevin Love for the rest of the way, and that put a big hurdle in their quest for the title.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Shumpert in there for Matthew Dellavedova. And Shumpert kicks to Irving. The 3 from LeBron. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. And it's 9 points for LeBron.
No denying it, injuries were a big part of the storyline in the Cavs postseason. Fortunately, LeBron James was otherworldly after the first round. Took care of the Bulls, then went on to sweep the Hawks to get back to the finals.
And for the Cavs last season, their toughest test would be in the finals against the Warriors. Like every other team, they just couldn't handle the Warriors for a full series. A great run to the finals, and surely they'll want to return there this season.
Here's Irving. Looking for his first basket still in this one. From past the arc. Rebound, Washington. Morris has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Wall passes to Beal. No good from outside. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And it's sent back by Morris. And they're able to recover. 2 on the clock. And finished off by Beal.
Punches it down with pop.
And rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Washington out in front, up 11. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. An exceptional performance from John Wall.
How about the magic touch he had on display there in that first half in terms of finding his teammates? Just a plethora of assists.
Plethora, you're going deep into that dictionary of yours, man. It's not a common occurrence with this guy, though. Typically, he's more of a finisher, but that's not been the case in this one.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. An exceptional performance from John Wall.
Well, anytime you can get to the free throw line with that kind of consistency, that just makes every other facet of the game easy.
And, you know, they have to rotate the defensive assignment on him from now on just to avoid foul trouble on any one particular player, given how good he is at drawing fouls and how many fouls he's been drawing.
And